In the previous video, we have studied about the abnormal molar mass. Now we are going to study more about the want of factor. To understand the want of factor, we first need to understand the various types of dissociation. Dissociation is of two types, either complete dissociation or partial dissociation. When there is complete dissociation, the value of I is always an integer or a whole number. Let us understand it this way. See, when it comes to the NaCl, KCl, CSCl or MgSO4 kind of salt, the value of I is 2 because they produces two ions. K2SO4, Na2SO4, CaCl2, they produce 3 ions, that is why the value of I is 3. AlCl3, FeCl3, they produce 4 ions and that is why the value of I is 4. K4FeCN6, Fe2SO4 thrice, zirconium iodide, ZrI4, they produce 5 ions and that is why the value of I is 5. Sometimes what happens, some salts they do not dissociate completely but they dissociate partially. In that case we find out the value of I. Now suppose the given salts, if they do not dissociate completely and suppose they dissociate partially, then the value of I for their 0.01 molar solution, like for NaCl it is 1.97, for KCl it is 1.98, for MgSO4 it is 1.82, for K2SO4 it is 2.84. Values are given for 0.001 molar solution. Now suppose there is an association. So what happens in case of association? If if there is a dimer, the value of I is equal to 1 by 2. If there is trimer, the value of I is equal to 1 by 3. If there is tetramer, the value of I is equal to 1 by 4. If there is polymer, the value of I is equal to 1 by n. Remember, my dear students, that the value of I is always greater than 1 for the dissociation and is less than 1 for association. So that is how we can really understand about the I. Now we'll understand I, how to calculate I for association or dissociation, and we'll try to derive a formula. So formula to calculate the want of factor. Now first we'll understand it for dissociation. So if the degree of dissociation is alpha for the substance, we write, see, for strong electrolyte or complete dissociation, we write NaCl 1 mole, it gives 1 mole of Na plus and 1 mole of Cl minus and total is 2 mole. But if there is a weak electrolyte, that is your CS3COONa, it will give you CS3COO minus and plus Na plus. Now initially when we take the 1 mole of CS3COONa, there are 0 moles of this are produced. But finally when the dissociation gets over, we get alpha moles of CS3COONa used. This alpha is nothing but the degree of dissociation. So that much of salt is dissociated and it produces alpha moles of CS3COO minus and alpha moles of Na plus, and total we have 2 alpha moles of ions produced. So after dissociation, initially there were only 1 mole of solute, but after dissociation we have the total number of moles, that is 1 minus alpha plus alpha plus alpha. In other words, we can say 1 minus alpha plus 2 alpha. So the same thing I have written here, that for AB type of electrolyte, here we will get this 2 alpha. If it is AB2 or A2B type of, then we have 3 alpha. Like AB are NaCl, KCl, CSCl, MgSO4. AB2 means CaCl2, MgCl2. A2B means Na2SO4, K2SO4. Now if we have AB3, that is AlCl3 type of, or A3B like Na3PO4 type of salt, then we have the 4 alpha. We have also studied about the 5 alpha. Same way, suppose there are n alpha. So what happens? Let's say that for a given electrolyte, number of ions produced is equal to n alpha. So here this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, let us say there are n alpha ions are produced, and as alpha is removed, total 1 minus alpha moles are left into the 1 minus alpha moles are left into the reaction mixture which do not dissociate at all. So this is your 1 alpha. So now total number of moles of particles before dissociation, they were 1 mole. After dissociation, total number of particles after dissociation, 1 minus alpha of solute which are left undissociated, and alpha and alpha ions have been produced. So total number of moles is equal to 1 minus alpha plus n alpha, that we can write 1 plus n alpha minus alpha. We take alpha common and finally we get 1 plus n minus 1 alpha. So this is the total number of particles left undissociated into the or left into the reaction mixture when the dissociation gets over. So now we are all aware, or we have seen, that want of factor I is equal to number of moles of particles after dissociation divided by number of moles of particles before dissociation. Therefore, here your I is equal to 1 plus n minus 1 alpha, as this is the number of particles left after the dissociation, and initially we have taken 1 mole, and that is why alpha is equal to 1 plus n minus 1 alpha. If we take 1 left side, it is I minus 1 is equal to n minus 1 alpha, and therefore I minus 1 divided by n minus 1 is equal to alpha. These two are the equation on the basis of which we can find out, or we can calculate the degree of dissociation as well as the want of factor for dissociation. Now we will look at the same thing for association. So if we go for, like, if we understand association, suppose we take CH3COOH, then we will get half mole of dimer at the end of the association. So initially we have 1 mole of salt CH3COOH and 0 mole of dimer produced. Finally we have 1 minus alpha mole of CH3COOH left unassociated into the solution, whereas alpha by 2 mole of dimer has been produced. We are all aware that this way the alpha by 2 is for dimer. If it is trimer, then we will write alpha by 3. If it is tetramer, then we will write alpha by 4. So if we consider if it is polymer, then we will write alpha by n. So let us say n mole of A associate to give AN. So you have 1 mole of initially. So initially you have 1 mole of substance that gives you 0 mole of associated molecules, and then from alpha mole are being associated, so 1 minus alpha are remains unassociated and alpha by n moles are produced. So this is how we can understand. Now initially we have only 1 mole, and finally we have 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n moles present into the solution, or we can say before association we had 1 mole, after association we had 1 minus alpha plus alpha minus n. The same I have written here. Total number of moles before association, they were the 1 mole of the substances, and total number of particles after association is equal to number of unassociated moles plus number of associated moles, that is 1 minus alpha plus alpha by n, that is 1 plus 1 by n alpha minus alpha. If we take alpha common, it is equal to 1 plus 1 by n minus 1 alpha. This is what it is known as the want of factor. So want of factor I is equal to number of moles of particles after association and number of moles of particles before association. So that is what, if I have written here dissociation, I must write association. Even if you have written association, please do the necessary correction. Therefore I is equal to 1 plus 1 upon n minus 1 alpha divided by 1, and therefore I is equal to 1 plus 1 by n minus 1 alpha. This is the formula by which we can calculate the want of factor I for association. So if we take 1 this side, I minus 1 is equal to 1 upon n minus 1 alpha, and therefore I minus 1 divided by 1 by n minus 1 alpha. This is the formula to calculate the degree of association for a kind of salt. So using these formulas, we can calculate the want of factor as well as the degree of association or degree of dissociation. So these formulas we can use in the solving the various kind of problems. And for we need to keep in our mind that whenever we solve any problem using this formula, we must make sure that whether in the question it is given association or dissociation. Thank you, my dear students.